Hello, welcome to the Shelly Show. I'm Shailendra. In today's episode, we have a very special guest all the way from Germany, Eva Zauke, Chief Knowledge Officer for SAP. She's a seasoned IT professional and heads the SAP Knowledge and Education organization dedicated to empowering all SAP customers, partners, and their people to be successful through knowledge and skills. In her role as Chief Knowledge Officer, Eva aligns different learning and knowledge offerings internally, working together with respective academies and universities. So, without any further ado, I would like to welcome Eva Zauke, Chief Knowledge Officer, SVP, SAP Knowledge and Education, to the Shelly Show. Hi, Eva. Welcome to the Shelly Show. How are you doing today?
Hi, Shaili. I'm doing fine. Thanks for the invite to the Shaili Show. I'm happy to join the conversation.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Okay, let's start from the start. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, your career journey, and a fun fact about yourself.
Well, I'm an IT professional for many years. I started my career at the German Railways, heading kind of a center for testing of applications. Then I moved to Oracle. I was a passionate consultant for many years, working on customer projects. Then I moved to Deutsche Post, also working on portfolio topics. And then I moved to SAP, working in various roles across development, product management, field enablement, and now you see me in the knowledge and education business. From a background perspective, I studied computer science and economics later. I'm born and raised in Poland, so I grew up in a country which is different country to the country I'm living in, and I'm a passionate traveler, I'm passionate cook, and I like hosting guests for dinner and nice conversations.
Ah, perfect. So next time I'm in Germany, I'm going to have some German food cooked by you, if possible.
Happy to host you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, so how long have you been working with SAP for the last
Well, it's pretty long already. It's 15 years, so it's
15
quite a
years?
while. Yeah,
Mhm.
so this is, I was astonished that this is quite a long time, but you know, SAP is a big company. You can have many roles. So did
Mhm.
I, and so did I. So I was also doing jobs in product management and development and field enablement, now in the
Mhm.
education business. So it's like a company in a company where you can change roles and,
Sure.
well, do different jobs.
Perfect. Before I move on, let me just tell you a couple more things. The show is live on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So, all the people who are watching at the moment, please feel free to ask questions, and Eva is here to answer those questions. So, okay, let's move on. Tell us what has been the most rewarding thing for you about your work.
Well, it's always the customer success. So for me,
Mhm.
customer success is the utmost rewarding thing. When we do business, when we are bringing innovation to customers, to the market, it's always for me the most rewarding thing to see a customer, the effect of our work on the customer.
Mhm.
So a customer which is more successful, customer which has more gets more out of SAP software, out of his business processes due to our work. For me personally, and also for my team, speaking for many colleagues here at SAP who are engaged in this business together in our team or with the stakeholders together, we are
Mhm.
passionate about customer success.
Perfect. Okay, let's go to knowledge and education, which is your subject matter. So, the present, where do you see the market going? How enterprises are embracing intelligent technologies, because that's the field you've been working in. I've seen that you worked in IoT as well. So tell us about how enterprises are actually embracing intelligent technologies, and are they different in different countries and different industries?
Mhm. Well, the education market, when you look at the market as such and the total market, the market is growing. So this is good news for us that the
Mhm.
market is growing. We're in a growing market. And
Yep.
this is for good reasons. The market is growing by 10% per year, and also
Mhm.
specifically in APJ, where here most of our guests are located. The
Mhm.
market is growing by 10%, which is a huge number and a good
Yep.
place to be because we can catch up in a growing market.
Mhm.
The market is looking for the digital transformation, and the digital transformation comes with people. In the end, people make a digital transformation a success.
Mhm.
And it's all about education of people, knowledge of people, who in the end make a transformation and success. There are many studies who prove that point. So there was a study done by PwC who asked top CEOs of the world, what are your biggest concerns in times of digital transformation? After
Mhm.
first corporate conditions and political conditions and geographical conditions, geopolitical conditions, they said the ability to use the right skills and have the right skills in our company. This is the topmost concern of CEOs. And
Mhm.
why? Because they are worried about the competition. So they want to be successful in the marketplace. They want to outperform the competition. They want to bring the innovation to market. And for this, skilled people are needed. On the digital transformation as such, you see an uptake now with the movement to new products, new technologies, adoption of the intelligent enterprise, that it comes with new skills, change skills, use of intelligent technologies. Take IoT as an example. People with the data out of the sensors, there is a strong need for data insights to get more out of the data. There are totally new ways of doing business processes. When you take the examples of containers and track and trace and looking at the supply chain, then the roles of the respective people are changing now with the data brought in via the sensors. And these are new skills, new competences people also have to learn.
Mhm.
So there's a huge opportunity out there, and we are happy to support here our customers.
Okay. So, what is SAP's strategy around here? So, what are you doing to educate and enable organizations in the intelligent enterprise space? So, are you running workshops? Are you running any trainings? So, can you just give us much more details about that? And also, once you do that, please explain to us how is it different from other organizations, other competition organizations, which are also doing, because I personally feel that we have a responsibility as SAP, or even a competition has a responsibility to educate organizations and people, because we're transitioning at the moment. We're transitioning from into the industry 4.0, and we have to educate a lot people so that they are not left behind in this race. So, what is SAP's strategy out here?
Yeah, the strategy is the strategy of blended learning and the strategy of offering to the learning to the relevant target groups. So let me start with the target groups. We are talking mainly, when we're talking professional education, two target groups. We are talking the SAP Professional, so this is the consultant, this is the administrator, this is the person doing the projects at the customer side, be it from a partner, be it from a customer. So, and the other group is the SAP user, the administrator, the end user using our software, the people working with the software. So these are mostly the two target groups we are aiming for. The offering is actually meeting the needs of our learners, and the offering is a broad offering across digital offerings and also on-site offerings. Digital offerings come, for example, with the openSAP platform, so MOOC courses, massive open online courses, where people can take for innovative topic courses and finalize them with a badge. A skill badge, you see these badges uploaded to LinkedIn, preferably by our participants of the learning. Then it's about deep dive professional education. And for that, you also do use digital platforms where you take learning sessions, but the learning is, from our perspective, only successful when you pair it with a practical experience, when you learn also in the system. So you learn to use the software, you configure the software, you do practical examples. And also people are, let's say, social people. People want to exchange with others. They want to ask questions. They want to discuss the latest and greatest. They want to see sessions. They want to be able to exchange. So there is not only an offering of you learn on yourself at your own pace, but you also learn with others in a learning room where you can ask a trainer questions. There is also a broad offering of classrooms.
Mhm.
And also in times like these, when we're talking about a virus, which is keeping us busy right now to some extent globally, we also see people moving into virtual classrooms. So like we are here talking, seeing each other, but not in the same room, people can also take advantage not only being in a physical classroom, but also learn in a live class. we call it a live class, seeing each other, meeting each other, having the trainer in front of them, and being at their own place where they want to be. So there is a offering which is blended. We call it a blended offering, which is combining digital and on-site learning in various facets to the different target groups.
Okay. One question that came to mind just now when you were talking, is there, so if someone, one of the guys watching this wants to learn about SAP, is there a place they can go to virtually and read or be take a look at it for free, or is there, how would you advise them? So for example, there are lots of people who get taken away with the fact that SAP is such a big company, and if I want to learn anything from SAP, I have to pay big bucks. So I just wanted to ask this question, and
Yeah.
maybe the answer is that they're right, but is there a different answer?
There is a different answer, and I'm happy to answer this because we are trying to meet the expectations of our customers and also have a targeted offering to the different groups. So when you are interested in an overview of SAP, when you're interested in thought leadership topics, when you're interested in getting an overview of IoT, getting an overview about the intelligent enterprise, getting an overview about machine learning or the robotic process automation, S4HANA, cloud platform, development and cloud platform, you please go to openSAP. This is for free. And this is thought leadership. This is getting you a first overview. We have there 4 million enrollments, a very high satisfaction rate. So people are giving us feedback that this offering is working. This is an offering for free. We are then happy to engage participants further. If you want to become a professional, if we want to continue becoming a professional, because well, lifelong learning never ends. So you start learning, you have an exam, but I know it also for myself. You go into a project, you learn, and then software changes, new trends are coming. We're talking today Industry 4.0, we're talking digital trends. We will talk different things in some months or some years. So you learn lifelong as a professional. And then we have an offering which is called Stay Current. So you can also refresh your skills and do the respective exams. So there is an offering which is for free, and then there's offering for fee. And we are addressing both or offering both types of offerings to meet different expectations. Being a full-fledged professional with exercises in the system, well, it takes a little bit of time. And this is also for good reasons, because then you're able to deliver successfully on customer projects and get an overview, get thought leadership topic, go please to openSAP. You find us everywhere and take some overview courses there.
Perfect. So what I'm hearing is that there is a platform called openSAP where people can learn for free about SAP and the thought leadership areas that we've got to offer.
Correct. This is
Okay.
this is our MOOC offering.
Can you please do me a favor after the show? If you can go in the comment section and if you can just give the link so that people who want to actually go to openSAP, then they can go directly and it is there for them to actually get a link towards that.
Will do, Shelly, and I will also share the link to the trial version of the Learning Cup. So if people get appetite and are interested to learn more and really become a professional and say, okay, now I want to be a professional consultant or be a finance consultant or whatever in SAP terms, I can also try this out. So there is a trial version of the Learning Cup available. I will also share with the participants.
Perfect. Thank you very much. That's something very interesting. Okay. Challenges. So every time I ask this question, it raises a lot of eyebrows. So what are the challenges that you see in the market in terms of educating the people for the organization in the intelligent enterprise space, in the intelligent technology space? Is that people are scared to touch it because it's gobbledygook, it's something we don't know? Or is it that you see a lot of openness? How do you take that question?
Well, I take it, and there are many answers to that question. The one is there are many customers who are very recognized. So the need to educate people is recognized pretty well by customers. So customers are telling us we need to educate our people. We know that the new transformation, the new usage of software is coming with an education of people. Some customers are uncertain how to do that, where to start. So they're approaching us also to consult them and to say, where do we start? We have people working with SAP software for many years. Now it changes. How to do how to best educate our project teams, how to best educate our end users of the software. And then we can also provide advice and say, you please start with the project team to train the people. You look at the roles, you look at the prerequisites they have right now from a skill perspective, and there are entry offerings where they can start and then get deeper knowledge about the software needed. On the user side, this is actually special. You can train the users upfront, but also a trend which we are seeing and observing and also accommodating this trend is to use in-app learning. So people using the software start working with the software, getting a little bit of jump start, and then you click on the question mark at the SAP software, you see context sensitive help, but then you are linked also to deeper dive learnings. And while using the software, you can also get a guided tour while you're typing something. A video is coming up showing what you could do while you are doing the transaction. So in-app learning is also a trend and an offering which we have and are pursuing with very high priority. So it depends, but there are many questions around where do I start? This is one of the key questions of the customers.
So where do they start?
Well, they start by first saying this is an important topic, and we make it part of a transition project, and we make it we take it serious. So we dedicate a work stream in the change management. Normally, you do this as part of the change management when you introduce new software. You have a work stream there on education and training, and then you look at your people and say, okay, where they are right now, coming from which versions of the software, what type of people you have to train. You have to train the key users, the administrators, the people who are implementing this, and the end users. So you schedule based on your knowledge, on knowledge of people, based on geographies. You schedule the trainings and you schedule the respective locations and the methods you deliver. When people have to join in a group and they're distributed in different geographies, they do a virtual class. Perfect, fine. Or customers are doing a customer-specific training. They are telling us, please offer a training. We are sending our people to you for 2 weeks, and they learn all from as a jumpstart. So there are plenty of offerings, and we are happy to support here.
Perfect. Okay, the future. We talked about the present. Where do you see all this going? So tell us about your vision and your thinking about where intelligent technologies, the education and the learning in this space is going towards.
Yeah, actually, the future is exciting for us because the topic is of high priority. And as said, people are making the difference. If a digital enterprise and digital transformation is in the end successful, it's about the people who implement the software, it's about the people who are using this, and about the people who are successful in their work. And many studies are proving this. And when you have learned, you are around 50% more successful using the software. So there is a plenty of evidence, and people are more satisfied coming to the job every day. That there are many trends which we are accommodating and looking into it. The one is machine learning. You talked about, Shaylee, you talked about the intelligent technologies. So machine learning, artificial intelligence. For us, it's a means that we can give personalized recommendations to the users, knowing more about them, knowing where they are, knowing what they use, knowing where they have questions. We can accommodate learning, and we can target our offerings better. The other I talked already about is the in-app learning, which is an offering for people working with the application and really in the flow of work to guide them through their work environment. We also have actually a trend which is not coming only for the top down, when an enterprise decides to have to let people go on a training, and we have now to train people, and this is a company decision, so to speak, enterprise decision, but also people volunteer and say, well, I want to grow professionally, I want to now learn something new. And the self-empowered learning also in different ways, take micro learning or take mobile learning as examples. People are really increasingly raising their hand to say lifelong learning. I want to be part of it, and looking at the topic of the largest trend, so to speak, is the personalization of learning. So when we relate this to us as consumers, yeah, we like recommendations, we like getting suggestions, we like to explore new things. We are curious people. So curiosity is in our nature, to explore and learn. And here for us, it's also about how can we offer more personalization for people? How can we target our offerings to meet their personal needs? And this is also for us a trend, an area we are working on.
Perfect. Any funny story that you remember when you're talking about education and learning? Anyone who's come to say to you, "Oh, I know it all. Don't worry about it."
There are many stories because we have thousands of customers. So I remember a story of the police in New Zealand. So police is also learning not only about SAP software, but they are creating learning for policemen and policewomen to learn about practices of police. I recall a church, a large church, which said, well, we are now want to go digital, which is a good vision to go. But does it mean, Eva, does it really mean we will give up our printed material, our binders we have at meetings, and we will have, our assets, our material only online? Yes, to some extent, yes, this will be the case.
Yep.
Or you take a government which was actually with the learning able to introduce child benefits. So they trained their users, they created the material for learning, and then they introduced to a large country child benefits. So this was also an effect of learning. So there are many stories we can share, and many funny stories where learning takes effect.
Perfect. Okay. So the use case you were talking about in New Zealand, where police are worried about that they will be they will have to give away all the paperwork that they do, and now it will be all online. Good. But
Yes, and
but
they
that would
target.
entail a lot of training required for the entire police force, because not everyone is tech savvy, isn't it?
Yes, but there is the question is what is really the use case and where they can take advantage. And when you have key users who are capturing their knowledge online and then share with others and kind of act as multipliers and make this available to others. This is an approach to scale, and this is an approach we see as a common pattern across companies, that they train first the key users, and the key users then are serving as multipliers to people in the company, sharing their knowledge and getting the broader knowledge, their knowledge broader into their colleagues.
Okay, one question for you. You work at the head office at SAP. How does your day look like? Is it very busy from 9 in the morning till 10 in the morning? I would imagine it will be very busy because you're sitting right at the top in Waldorf.
Yes, it's pretty busy, but I like this. I'm passionate about our topic. I'm passionate about customers, and I'm passionate about our people who are doing a great job every day, helping our customers and partners and their users out. So the day is pretty busy. It's pretty crowded, but it's all goodness. So it's full of meetings with strategy, discussing strategy, looking at products. I'm a happy demo chief evangelist of our offerings. I'm talking to customers. I'm discussing strategies. I'm discussing looking at what we are doing and meeting stakeholders. So all of that, yes.
Perfect. Okay, I haven't had any questions, but I've got a comment from Wouter von Hadegem, and he said, "Great." So that's all. But on the other side, I must say that we've got around about 150 viewers so far in this episode across on all the platforms. I could see only LinkedIn was 150. Other platforms would be more. I don't have a visibility of that, but I think it was a pretty good conversation. I would say thank you very much for waking up early in the morning. I think it is 6:30 in the morning in Germany.
Yes, yes, around.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for taking your time to come to this show. And thank you very much for being part of the show.
Thanks, Shelly. Thanks, people watching us. Please take advantage of the learning. Please ask questions. We are happy to engage in discussion, also following the show today. So we're happy to share and discuss, get engaged with you in discussing and answering your questions, answering your comments. Please like the show. And please also, Shelly, thanks for hosting and good luck also with the next episode. It's a
Thank
great
you very much.
show. Happy to support this.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Shelley.
Thank you for
Goodbye.
being. Okay, so that was Eva from SAP in Germany, and I hope you learned a few things that what SAP is doing in this space, in learning and education space. I was very excited to have her here because there's no one else you could ask question about learning and education in SAP other than her. So she is where everything ends. So for all the people who are on the show, who's watched this show, please feel free to ask any questions that you may have, and I will reach out to Eva and get answers to those questions. And on the other side of things, please like and share this episode so more and more people learn from it. And one thing I learned today was openSAP, which I also didn't have an idea about. So please take that opportunity to learn. If you're looking to learn in the SAP Intelligent Technology space, there's a lot of free information available there for you to learn. So thank you very much for being on the show, and I'll see you next week with another guest in the emerging technology space. So see you, bye.